Oh my god, it's been so long.
I believe a hiatus is what we were doing or something.
Yeah.
It was a nice break.
So, guess which one doesn't like Mega Man?
Yeah. To start things off, I'm just going to say that I, 100% unironically love this game. And I'm probably going to get a lot of crap for that. Also, those pictures right there, it's kind of hard to see, but each one of those is a flashback to each of the previous games. I'll post, screenshots of them in the thread when I post this, but I think it's kind of neat. I like this intro.
I think you were mentioning something before we started it about this being long and in excess.
This
a Dino Dude, I remember him.
The intro or the game?
This intro video is not very long, but the intro level and everything kind of is.
There's people.
But Mega Man X5 is essentially a giant love letter to the rest of the series, which is probably part of the reason why I like it so much, because I'm a sucker for callbacks and references, and this game is full of them.
I'm just gonna hazard a guess and say Crazed isn't gonna like this one very much.
Our minds are in the same place, Ketro.
Well,
wow, we're in 2000 now.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Actually,
we're in the new
I think
millennium.
this game came out in 2002 or something like that. I don't know why that says 2000. Anyway, player selection.
Wait,
They were saving it for the right time.
Don't pick Zero. Oh, you asshole.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing. Depending on who you start the game with, this is just the training level. But depending on who you start the game with, that character gets his own special ability. In Zero's case, he gets the Z-Buster, which is this thing. It is completely useless because it does next to no damage, and you can't move while you're shooting it.
Oh jeez.
And
so
it's completely useless in the main game, really.
That's just there to give him a ranged attack,
Basically,
or?
yes. Yeah.
Oh,
But you only get it if you start the game as Zero. Unfortunately, you get something much, much better if you start the game as X. But you don't get the Z-Buster.
So
You're not losing
Is that
much.
a bad thing?
Yeah. Well, this is just the training level. The reason I wanted to show this off is because, again, both characters have different music for the intro level, so we'll listen to Zero's music. And B, all the enemies that we fought were actually enemies from Mega Man X4. All of the enemies in this game, in this level, I should say.
The training level.
Yeah. And actually, so is the boss, because as our communication expert... Wow, that
What
did
is
not...
that noise?
I'm making tea.
Oh, okay.
Sounded like you were chewing ice cubes or something. I don't know.
It was tea pouring from an infuser cup. Anyway, never mind. Zara, go.
This person talking to us mentioned Dragoon as the boss.
Oh, that guy. I liked him.
Yeah.
I think, if he's who it's been a while, but using your saber?
Yeah, I think that's a typo.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that Alik or Alio?
That's Alia.
Alia? Or
Oh.
Alia?
Whoa, never mind.
Alia, whatever.
no idea.
She is the person that acts as your field correspondent, or rather,
Your handler?
yeah, basically. And you will find out quite quickly that she talks way too much.
Oh, I think I found that out. Yeah.
It gets worse. But anyway,
Alia means
This
other.
guy
Magma
knows how to
Dragoon.
make an entrance.
He's kind of neutered from his last appearance.
Tends to happen to these robots. I
Yeah,
guess.
he's pretty easy. His pattern is a lot slower. He doesn't have all the same attacks, but he's got a few.
So, aside from the callbacks to the other games, is there anything this one does that's particularly innovative or anything like that?
It
the other
does
ones with some
add a
music and
few
stuff?
new things. I don't know if I showed it off yet, but in this game you can actually, for the first time in the series, duck. That was never in the series before. And it does add one other new gameplay element. It's not really terribly important, but it's kind of interesting. Also, I kind of broke his AI here for some reason, and he
Yeah, I
would
can
not
see that.
stop doing this pattern. He does have other attacks, I swear, but he wouldn't do them.
Yeah, you're getting the flame pretty good there for a bit, but I think we're secure in knowing that you're going to win now.
Yeah.
I like how huge his spikes are when he does the fire breathing thing.
Yeah, his little flaps on his back come up.
Are those supposed to be wings, or?
I have no idea. I think so, but I don't know.
I think he just gave me the finger.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So that was the training level, but now we'll start the actual story.
Showy little bastard.
You know, like 2000, I'm still stuck in the mode where I think that was like 2 years ago, but that's
too.
over a decade now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm getting old,
We
man.
were just talking about that today at work.
I remember games being better in 2002
Yeah.
from a technical standpoint.
The
I don't
movie
know.
Toy Story is more than 15 years old.
Oh, you made me. Oh God! You said that to me earlier, and I almost.
I know.
We'll have a 15-minute intermission while Crazed takes a cry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute my microphone, drink my tea, and cry out my sorrows.
There you go. I haven't read any of this, I'm sorry.
Someone's scattering the Sigma virus, and there's a mysterious voice. I wonder who it is.
It looks like it could be, just hazarding a guess, but
Now, this is actually one of the things that I think Megaman X5 does well. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. Right now, this seems pretty standard fare, but yeah.
So are the cutscenes generally better than this? Last game they were good.
they were good. They were so bad they were entertaining last game, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The last game, well, the cutscenes were
It's like
kind
you're
of...
taking a step backwards.
They were kind of received badly, and for that reason, no, the cutscenes in this game don't get any better than this.
Oh God.
This is the main reason why this is so long, is because this game is very wordy, and unfortunately, I mean that quite literally.
I see what you did there, but I guess we're not going to have to release our commentary after the fact this time.
No, not this
We
time.
just have to be witty 24/7.
The only animation I can think of in the entire game is in the opening cutscene, and there's a couple shots of like animation, but that doesn't actually happen in the scenes themselves, which is
I'm gonna cry over this now.
yeah.
At least I had something to look forward to in the last game. You know, we could all be playing Diablo. Well, we can't now, but
Not yet.
Oh, it
not
gets
yet.
released like what?
by the end of this.
Yeah, by the time we're done recording. Whatever. Man, this Sigma has the giggles pretty
Wow.
bad.
Excuse me, that's mysterious voice.
Oh, right, sorry.
Oh, whoops. Hey, no dramatic
So-
irony here.
This time we're starting as X, and X, instead of getting a crappy little Buster upgrade, he starts with the armor from the previous game.
What? Well, that's because X deserves it, because he's way cooler.
He's
Kind of.
pretty much as broken as he was in the last game.
Oh,
Like
that
almost
makes
all
sense.
of the same abilities that he had in the previous game are still here. The hover boots, he can dash in the air, he's got the like plasma shot, all of that. Which is really ridiculous.
So do you still get more upgrades later, or what?
Yes, actually.
Oh, jeez.
There are 2 more sets of armor to find in this game for X.
So why play as Zero at all?
Good question.
Aside from that intro thingy you did.
If you're questioning your sexuality, I think it's a good thing to undertake. No
You would know
offense to
about that,
people.
wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
obviously.
Yeah.
I live vicariously through Zara playing Zero because I am.
Of course.
Secretly, you hate what you fear to become.
I've been trying to grow out my hair, but it's not blonde, you know?
Yeah. Also,
Anyway.
X's music isn't nearly as good as Zero's.
Oh.
Oh, and those little guys, you might recognize them. They were the very first enemies that we encountered in the entire series, in the very first game.
I did not recognize them, but that's
They look a
cool
bit
tidbit.
different, but they are the same. And we actually
It's-
we fought them on a broken highway, which is
Ah,
the same place.
that makes sense. It's all the PlayStation sprites. They're just
Yeah, they're
too different.
upgraded.
I kind of like. I like just a stylistic thing, I guess. I always like the SNES sprites better for some reason. They just seem
Are they?
cleaner. But I mean, no, they're still.
I could see what
don't
you
know.
mean.
It's just more. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but
No, I know what you mean.
Better.
A lot of the times they try and just like they build 3D models and they just convert them to sprites and they look pretty terrible.
it's not always like this one. This game looks.
This
fine,
one's
I
pretty
guess.
good, yeah, but
Yeah,
others
I just-
are not so much.
it's probably just because I played SNES games more too, so
Yeah.
that was more my thing. But spent a lot of time on Zelda or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, another thing I didn't mention is that this is the first time in the series that X's shots don't travel through terrain.
Oh hey,
Huh.
The terrain actually blocks your
What a
shots.
concept.
new cover mechanic.
Yep. Well, with the ducking and everything. It's,
Yeah, this is practically Gears of War right here.
yeah.
Man, this Aaliyah, do we ever get to see her, or does she just like?
We saw her in the opening cutscene.
Oh, okay.
We do kind of see like her portrait from time to time.
Because she does talk a lot.
Yes. Yes, she does.
So does I know we're not going further, but do the rest of the games after this do the cutscenes in the same way, or do they go back to how it was before? Or
X6 is... It's kind of a like cross between this and X4. None of the cutscenes are animated, but they do have voice acting.
Oh, look at that ducking mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately,
Sorry, carry
the voice acting in X6 is all in Japanese, which I think actually works a little bit better.
I think Crazed would watch
But-
it just for that, actually.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah, the ducking mechanic
Skip
is
over
also
that.
very good for dancing to the music when you're bored, which I don't do in this level, but I do. I know I do it in this video. a
Whoa,
couple
feet.
times.
Whoa.
What?
Look at
Yeah.
those things.
It's the Statue of Liberty.
It's like we're in
The Foot Fetish Club? Or whatever you were going to say. I'll shut up now.
That was a Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah. Yep.
I was looking at the Minecraft thread, and I know I don't play Minecraft much, but there was some dude that was building a server, and my goodness, he had this huge like Atlas figure holding up the world, and it was pretty amazing. But I don't have that kind of time. Well, I do, but I spend it on.
Yeah.
Better pursuits, obviously.
Not really. None of the things I do with my time are that productive, to be honest. But
Now watch the statue shift.
Whoa!
Wow, that's...
That just destroyed my immersion. Right
You should
there.
fight her!
Well,
He's so cool.
Whoa!
Actually,
Did he just like land doing the splits?
yes.
Ow.
He's very, very fantastic. He's a performance artist.
That's so dumb, like,
Just
I'm
a bit of a
okay.
bruised ego. Oh man.
So I was saying that I like the way that this game handles like the opening boss fight. Like I said, they really don't try to hide the fact that Sigma is still around, and it actually
it wasn't
kind of
very
works.
subtle.
The cutscene and the dialogue are on two different pages, it seems.
Well, just wait a minute.
He is a
He
virus.
is a virus. Yes, he is. I hate this line so much. Wait, yeah. Not this one. The next one.
Well, that was pretty bad too.
You have to feel his evil energy. You are a robot. God.
Well, I don't know. I've never interfaced with my computer or anything, but
Yes.
I guess I can. Whenever I'm browsing something awful, and drop by
Also,
the paranormal forum.
I think I actually cut out some of the lines in here, just because it's that wordy.
This is worse than like some of those old RPGs.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
It's like reading Ayn Rand, for God's sake.
Statue of Liberty just blew
Yep.
up.
So, like I was saying, they don't really try to hide the fact that Sigma's still around, and yeah, straight to the
man.
point.
That was pretty awesome. I'm not gonna lie. That was just so bad. I like how he's been in the splits for like 5 minutes now. He's just like legs malfunctioning.
He's stretching.
He's also missing an arm, if you haven't noticed.
Oh no, I
Oh.
couldn't tell.
That's actually the reason why he can't use the Z Buster. If you start the game as X, is because his arm is damaged.
I feel like there's some like if this had been released like after more recently, there would have been some serious repercussions for having the Statue of Liberty turn into Sigma.
Yeah, probably.
But
Illuminati
oh my
conspiracy.
goodness, he is yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Should get that checked out.
But I do like the fact that the game just blatantly starts with you fighting Sigma.
Well, we all knew it was going to get there eventually. So.
Yeah, it's a little different. And it actually does set up the plot for the rest of the game.
Man, that is just an abomination right there. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I like the horn. I don't know why he has a horn, but he does.
I think it's some like Revelation imagery or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, like the beast with the 7 horns or something.
Oh, yeah.
Depth? Come on, Ketro.
Leaking.
I give them some credit. There is good in this game's storyline. It's just hidden beneath piles and piles of words.
And like, you know, Statue of Liberty facades.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. It's a video game about robots, and
Yeah.
I guess it can't be Battlestar Galactica.
I don't know how to take that. Was that like a veiled?
Oh, there she is. Look at that.
That's
Her mouth
Elliot.
is like wide open. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't think you ever really see her without her mouth open.
Given that she's talking the whole game, but
Also, this is Cygnus. He's kind of like a what's his name? Colonel. He's a colonel wannabe.
oh, I was gonna say like he reminds me of that guy in The Sound of Music that became a Nazi. What's his name?
Oh,
Kurt? Is it Kurt?
Ralph.
Rolf, yeah, there you
Rolf.
go. Rolf.
Wow. I won't be able to read his lines without a German accent anymore.
You should do it all in the song, really. I think
I was
that
gonna say it's
I-
gonna be hard to resist.
Zara should, by himself, of course, because I won't demean myself in such a way, should redub all these lines to Sound of Music tunes.
You should sing what you sang to me earlier. Take a full voice.
No, that's okay. I'm all good. Cygnus, eh? That's an unfortunate name.
Yeah.
Because
He doesn't really do much.
why the heck is, like, Brazil so important all of a sudden?
I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the Statue of Liberty. Maybe that was the statue of Jesus.
The real-
That's
Cristo
In which
Redentor.
case, I think this makes it a lot worse.
That's terrible.
It's going to sacrilege then. And there's a lot of Revelation imagery there.
Yeah.
But seriously, there's like, it's like the hub here.
Yeah.
Like, well, there's nothing.
I
Like,
don't know.
United States and Canada, like nothing. Greenland, yeah.
I've never noticed that before. I have no idea what that means. Huh.
Ah, that's something
So-
for the.
They introduce a bunch of new characters in this game, but all of them really don't do anything except talk.
That's a good way to do it.
I don't know why they introduce all these new characters.
The heck is up with Zero's ponytail? Does it like fit through a little tube, or does it just start sprouting like 6 inches from his head? Or
I don't know.
Robots.
Yeah, I'll say both.
both?
Yeah.
I feel like it's fiber optic cables or something like that. Like if he's all
Yeah,
alone,
talk.
he can put on a light show.
Yeah.
Sounds like something he'd do.
The Enigma. It's very old.
Enigma and Sigma. It's almost like
Yeah.
Whoa.
We also have a space shuttle. Just gonna throw that out there.
Also, by the way,
in that case, like I think we should just colonize Mars or something.
yeah, get off this crappy planet where there are
Well,
apparently humans.
The
forming their own
excuse, the
little
Reploids
society.
already colonized the space. So I mean,
Oh right, the space. I forgot about that. The space has been taken, so
yeah.
they're stuck here. My goodness, you weren't kidding about the dialogue in this
Yeah.
game. On the other hand, whoops. Who's the
What a
nerdy
face.
dude?
That is Douglas.
Is he any relation to
Douglas?
Double
No,
Chin or whatever his name was?
no, he is
What
not.
was it? Ah.
He just has silly-looking goggles.
So why are all the human or all the droids like androids anyway? Like
Actually, they're all built from, I think, like the designs of X.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty
And
sure
they
that's
just-
what it is.
Also, human corpses.
Yes.
Yeah.
The dark truth.
The machines got tired of, like, living their lives without humans around, so they modeled themselves to look like humans.
That sounds very existential. Actually, one time I was driving with my parents in the States somewhere, and it was like late at night, and we found this radio station that would play all those like old radio shows, like I Love Lucy and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't know, 6 or 7, and there's a bunch of funny ones, and then they got on to like this post-apocalyptic one where it was like some guy in like a nuclear shelter fallout place, and he ran out of food, so he had to get out eventually, and then he met like one person, and then she was a girl, and they were like, friends for a while, and she was thinking about starting a new life and all this stuff, and then like her batteries run out at the end, and she's a robot.
Was it like Twilight Zone or something?
I don't remember, I was too young, but that freaked me out so much. I was like, oh mom, you're not a robot,
I have a funny robot story too of childhood trauma. I went to Universal Studios in Orlando when I was young, and back then I used to have like an obsession for robots and stuff, so we went to see the Terminator 2 show they had down there, and I was terrified because like there's this one point where they have these Terminators like come out of the floor and start shooting. I lost my shit. I was so scared. And like the sad part is, when we got home, I live in Pennsylvania, which is pretty far away from Florida,
but not from Alabama.
but not Alabama.
Just jokes.
And like for the next 3 years, I would have nightmares of like they're coming to get me. They're walking up. They're coming up through Georgia and Virginia, and they're gonna get me. That was traumatic.
That's funny.
And then I saw Barney the next day, so I couldn't figure out how to feel about this experience.
In hindsight, I assume this is like meeting our rogues gallery or whatever, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But
well,
in hindsight,
we only meet
sorry.
4 of them right now.
Well, I kind of like the whale or whatever he is. But that like president's display in Disneyland or whatever it is, that thing's kind of creepy.
It is.
Like
it really is.
There's a little bit of Uncanny Valley stuff going on there. But
yeah,
whatever.
Even with like the Country Bears. I went down like 2 years ago before they remodeled it. It's like falling apart.
I never saw the Country Bears thing. It's been a long time since I've been
cool.
to Disneyland though.
Yeah.
Stop talking, Cygnus.
God. 5 minutes later.
Man, now you understand why all those that generation of gamers is always like skipping through the cutscenes in modern games.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, now I'll explain things better. This is the armor screen. You can equip armors and change like little plugins, I guess. I don't know. I'll explain more later once we actually have some.
Those boots, man. Those boots.
Those boots. Also, we can look at Zero.
Yeah, sure can.
He sure is Zero. Then we've got another screen. We can look at the status of the Enigma, what parts we have for
I didn't read any of that Enigma stuff, or any of this dialogue period, but so what were you doing with the Enigma?
There's a space colony that's falling to Earth. That's the 16 hours to collision.
Oh, okay. And we have to, like, destroy it? Or
yeah,
what?
we have to shoot it out of the sky with the Enigma.
Are there people on it?
Possibly. I don't really know. That's not explained. That's not important.
That's not important. It's just
all
like
it knows
space
is that we
colony.
can't let it hit Earth, so we've got to blow it up.
Especially Brazil.
Also...
yes, especially.
Or then it'd be Starship Troopers.